You know what? A lot of people have asked me about my style, what I'd consider it, and usually I consider it this mix of like pop, blues. I throw country in there, R&B, jazz, as much as possible. I never discriminate with the kind of sound at all. I've been singing since I can remember. I started doing choirs and things when I was 8. I started playing an instrument. I started playing guitar when I was 13. When I was 14, my high school choir teacher wanted me to go do an open mic at a local coffee house. Went in, played all those songs. They asked me to come back, and even to this day, I still play that small coffee house just for the hell of it. I mean, just to go have fun, try out new music. I'll never want to stop playing there. So this sounds silly, but what I used to do when I used to come home from school, I was a kid, I used to throw on any record that I had on this big boom box, and it was a 5-disc CD changer, and I would sit in my room and literally sing every song on every record, whether it was from like James Taylor. I had like the Backstreet Boys, and any pop record from like the mid to late 90s was in there. I mean, you had Joey McIntyre, and I mean, this is stuff I'll admit though, because it's how I started developing how I wanted to sing. I got in junior high, I met a teacher who taught me more of like a gospel sound, and then when I got into high school, I started studying more classical. When I got into college, I started studying opera. So my voice kind of carried over through different styles, but I always like to take what I can and kind of mesh it together. I never like to stick with one thing. I take a lot of chances with my voice. And for me, the blues completely embodies everything and every emotion that you could ever want. It's the end-all, be-all of any experience, any feeling, any emotion. That's why the blues is what it is. So, I mean, if you can't get down with that, you can't get down with much, man. I mean, you really gotta have a heart to understand it and to like it and to love it. I mean, everybody has their thing when you do some kind of art, whether you're dancing, whether you're drawing, writing, and you get that moment. And it's kind of like when you listen to Billy Joel Stormfront and you hear "And So It Goes" for the first time, and it sends that little chill down your spine, or down your arm. That's that moment in music. If you can capture that, that's what I almost search for it. Every time I play, whether I'm doing a solo or I'm singing a song, I almost search for that moment between me and an audience. And it's that constant eagerness to find that moment. You don't get it every night. Of course, I mean, if you got it every night, you wouldn't like it as much. But it's just the joy that you get out of searching for it.